Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today on the 3.5 estate, we're going to be going to the Farmstead. I know I said I was done with apprentices, however this is a one-time thing, then we're done, then I'm going to pull a little shenanigans and we're back in the champions. To show you what we're doing, the Matriarch is being added to the game. I'm not sure as of me recording this video that she is going to be public or not. So take that with a grain of salt. I am recording this in a little bit in advance. Matriarch, Zenthina. Where do I even want to start? So I'm not going to go over like all the skills, things like that. I'm going to link my video card here and in the description where I kind of went into all of her stuff, where I played with her a little bit and I was a little bit silly with her, where I brought her and a Blight team into the Weald and we fought a Banshee among a bunch of other really fun things. And the group did really well up until I fought the Banshee. Everyone got afflicted. It was fun. We beat the Banshee, but only 2 survivors lived. So the Matriarch can be a very good Blighter. She can be a very good Damager versus Blighter. As you can see, 100 crit versus Blighted. She can blight a bunch of people, or she can be a very, very good healer. As you can see, there are multiple colors for her. There is green, there is purple like we saw earlier, there is white or gray as you saw, depending upon how you kind of look in lighting, things like that, and there is red. Other than that, for Death Door interactions, she gains 100% Blight resistance while on Death's Door and will automatically cure all Blight she has upon entering Death's Door. I'm assuming that's just because of all of her blighting effects, things like that, and because a lot of her skills require her to deal Blight damage to be able to heal, so she doesn't damage herself into an accidental death blow, so she can heal. Other than that, she has normal Death Door effects. She also has a unique crit, so on crit she deals 1 for 2 Blight with 122% chance. That's 2 Blight over 1 round, but the way the game interacts with this, because of dots, that's effectively a 2 for 2 Blight, 2 Blight for 2 rounds with 140% Blight chance, because the game, when you crit, adds 20% effect chance and an additional round. Other information, you can only have 1 Matriarch in your party at any given time. She is not religious. She comes with every kind of trinket, so regular trinkets, 1 of each type I think, 2 Crimson Court trinkets, Color of Madness trinket, 1 universal trinket that I believe anyone can equip that is not a head. She uses the Outsider's Bonfire, so if you have that equipped and bring her, you get 2 extra respite points. She refuses to gamble and cannot gain quirks related to it, which is awesome. She has special dialogue with the Ringmaster and the Prefect, so if you bring the Prefect, I just have a Prefect that's too high of a level. We'll see about that later in the estate. Her canon name is Zenthina. I said this in the other video, but Vintage is the person who made this. They have made a bunch of other mods, including the Arbiter, the Anointed. They're part of the Tempest, the Prefect, the Trophy Hunter, the Anointed, the Uncrowned, the Resonant, the Coven, and about 20 other mods, so please go check them out. All those are released on public on the Steam Workshop. This is just not public as of me recording it. So I don't have any of the trinkets for the Matriarch. So it doesn't look like there's any on the estate either, but there was one in that video that I went over really quick. Some of them do look like they can change her playstyle. There is 1 Color of Madness trinket. It costs 222 shards here. It does entirely change her playstyle, so please be careful about that if you want to play her like that. It is for someone like me entirely. I really am planning on doing a video like this. So it gives her 22 accuracy, minus 22% damage received. On attack hit, it'll give her an additional action. However, on attack hit, it'll disable the ability to get an extra action. And on attack, party, so not just her, will lose 222 HP if in position 3 or 4. So I mean, they'll die if they're in position 3 or 4. So she has to be only with a single person. So it's for duos. And she has unique names with people that I kind of showed in that video as well. But that means she can attack and then heal. So she could do like Baneful Breath and then use Purify. Baneful Breath, Purify, Baneful Breath, Purify, something of the like. And really pop off doing that and then have someone else that helps her out. It could be a really cool party combination. I do kind of plan on doing at least 1 video like that. But I need about 100 more Comet Shards that we'll be going for. So I'm going to pop some trinkets on her. I'm not sure how I want want to do this because in my previous video, I did a Venom Eater, Poison Spike, Siphon, and then Purify. This time around, I kind of want her to be more of a healer. So I'm going to have Mythandriism and Purify as a base, but I still think I want Siphon, and I'm not sure what I want the last one to be. So I'm still thinking about Numbing Aura, but maybe like Baneful Breath, or we'll see about Poison Spike. So that being said, I think I need something that ups her healing a tad. So we're just going to go base healing. We're not going to give her anything that does plus healing. And then Numbing Aura is a debuff, so I'm going to give her something that helps with her debuffing. So should we go... Let's go with the Tamer's Topper. So that's plus 50% debuff chance. She'll have a 150 debuff chance with Numbing Aura. And then we'll go Seal of Shalliope, so she does 20% more healing done, and then she'll heal herself as well. So, okay, to go over the party, we have Lilac, the White Priestess. So she's going to have Umbral Knight, reaction, hits the first 3 rows. She needs to be in the first 3 rows to do it. Does a 1-for-3 Blight, so it kind of works with the party. We're going to have Elder Warrior as a low stun and blight chance, hitting the first 2 rows. Mad Knight, high damage move, blights the first row. She has to be in row 1 to use it, and she buffs Mad Knight's damage by 24% every time she uses it. Also as a blight 2 for 3 rounds. Prayer as an emergency heal, de-stress, heals 2 for 5, de-stresses by 6, heals herself by 1 when she uses it, but stresses herself out by 2, and last rites to power up any of the moves. Except for prayer, we don't have the thing to do that. Xanthina, she's going to be our main healer. I'm going to maybe switch a few things around based on the party because Lilac can blight for us, so I might switch to Venom Eater. I might switch to Poison Spike, we'll see. But we're going to have Numbing Aura as our main attack. That way when I attack anything that Lilac has attacked, all heroes will heal 1 if they are blighted, and de-stress by 3 if the enemy that I attack is blighted. I then can siphon off any blighted that the target has, de-stressing by 1, and then Purify, heal for 1, plus 7 heal if target is blighted, de-stress by 7 if the target is blighted, curing the blight. Mythandriism, then a 1-for-3 restoration, blight 1-for-4, so that just goes into the Purify of like, they have that restoration going, then I do the Purify, then they just have that heal, and they've already gotten the plus heal there, and I can also siphon off of someone else and make sure that they don't get that blight. We then have a Salamander, mainly using Flame Gout or a Lace Rate, depending upon what I want to hit. So I can either do a slightly higher damage attack, that's a fire attack that stacks up a little bit of fire damage, but no one else has the fire damage going into it. Lace Rate with 2-for-3 bleed. She also has the Flame Vent, so Flame Gout does 1 more damage. Also a lot of dodge on her because the Mother's Trophy, 2 speed, 15 more dodge on her. Lilac also has the Merchant's Hat, so plus 4 speed. On attack will summon the Western Merchant to assist with attacks, so every time she attacks, Little Bird pops up and does a few extra attacks for her, just 1 AoE attack. And Frida's Ring, so plus protection, enables a riposte, that's 1 time per round, so if she's attacked, a little worm pops up and will blight the enemy party for us. And then we have a new Estranged, just using it as a 1-time thing. With Pierce Earth to do damage to the back rows, twisting arrows to hit everything else, debuffing them for minus speed, minus dodge. We have the Kindred of Rod's Exaltation, so plus damage and crit well blighted, plus damage and crit versus blighted, plus blight chance, and on attack hit, blight self. Beeswax Coating, plus blight to mount, on ranged hit, blight 2 for 2 rounds. Minus range damage though, but she'll be blighting as well. So a little bit of blight on just about everyone but the Salamander. We're going to be going to the Farmstead, having some fun in here. Depending upon how long this goes, we'll probably be going back into the Farmstead, just, you know, for funsies, and to get a little more of the crests. Not the crests, the shards, but, you know, we'll have some fun in here. And if I can, I want to get the Plutomania off of Xanthina here, just so she doesn't have forced interactions. Alright, let's go. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is go to the right first, do all this stuff. I'll come back to that curio anyway. Alright, so what we're going to do is Umbral Knight the Acolyte here. That's a miss. Then we're going to... There's our bird, by the way. Then we're going to Mad Knight this one, hopefully blading. There we go.
Give them no quarter.
And there's our birdie hitting for 4. And then they're all bladed. Okay. 1 down.
Unforeseen.
Gonna flame gouge the witch with an action.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Twisting arrows the witch.
Their formation is broken.
So 2 blight on the brawler. I did want to see how this kinda works. So this is going to heal the Estranged, not that she needs a heal. And when I hit the brawler, I'm supposed to de-stress everyone.
A powerful blow.
Yep, that worked right. And then because I crit, I got a little more de-stressing on a few people. That worked perfectly. Awesome. I love to see it when it works exactly like it's supposed to.
These nightmarish creatures can be
alright, let's see what we get in here. Accuracy stone, don't really need it, but sure. We can keep that. I'm gonna go down to the bottom room. Dig through this. Do we get trinket or do we get shards? We get shards. Awesome. I'm going to pop the torch for extra accuracy in our next fight. As you can see here, 3 accuracy for 1 battle. So if you're having accuracy issues in the farmstead, that would be something to do. Cynthia, why? That would have helped you. Ashley can eat the stress. And then I can use that. Okay, cool. Chicken needs to go. Chicken needs to go. There is a blight on everyone. I can use that to de-stress. We are going to flame gout and hit the taskmaster. Then Umbral Knight. Hit Taskmaster again, getting that blight built up on him. That's 3 blight, then Mad Knight hit. Fine. 4 blight on it. Okay.
A faint hope blossoms.
2 health left on it. It goes away on its next action. Twisting arrows. Taskmaster goes away. We are going to siphon away the blight because this is about to end. We're going to numbing, hitting chicken, all. Umbral Knight hitting Crofter. Blight aid for 3 out of 4, so Elder Warrior.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Stunned and goes away to blight. Chicken down. Crofter down, Taskmaster down, I'm assuming. For now, hitting corpse.
To the pit.
Gonna see if I can't get a heal out of this. So we're going to siphon. And then there we go. A little bit of a heal, a little bit of a stress heal. That's what we want. Take the combat shards, making sure we take those. She on combat end gets rid of her blight. Then I want to get rid of Plutomania if possible. So Ladonum. Fear of Eldritch. Not what we wanted, but it works. Because next time, we get rid of Plutomania. Of course you're disappointed. You're Plutomaniac. I have to think about that for a minute. So if someone's crazy for gold... No, never mind. Not going there. Not going there. I forgot to open up this curio, so we're gonna do that. I have the key for it. You know, it wasn't too long ago that Void told me, or Void Slime, the person who does all of the Farmstead Plus stuff, told me they redid all of the stuff for Farmstead Plus. I thought they told me explore 90% of rooms was not a thing anymore. Like, legitimately, I'm pretty sure they told me that it was down to, instead of explore 90% of rooms, it was explore 60% of rooms. So I'm very confused. But they also added the fact that there was missing battle rooms, so that's why, like, there's so many more battles here. So before, like, if you went through here, you could legitimately explore 90% of the rooms and maybe only get one battle. And that's because for some reason Farmstead Plus wasn't generating all of the fights that you normally would in a dungeon. I don't know exactly what, like, the math or anything behind that was, but it was really weird, and then they fixed it, and now you get all of these extra battles, which is interesting to me. And I actually kind of like it, so it doesn't feel like it's a walk in the park anymore. Let's try out Mythandrism. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong now that I actually take a look at it. But whatever. Kill everyone for 2, very nice. Restoration, but also Blight. Alright, we are going to Umbral Knight the corpse, actually. Get that blighted. Then we're gonna Elder Warrior the Scarecrow. Scarecrow goes down. Other Mater was down. We're going to Pierce Earth, trying to pull the Taskmaster. 1 corpse down, 2. So either way, I could get it with Flame Gout. Burn. Just burn that blight.
This is how.
And now what I'm hoping to do... Oof. Well, screw what I was hoping to do. You have a bleed. We're getting rid of the bleed. We are going to siphon away the 4 blight. Blighted for 3. He has 5 health left. Originally, I was gonna do Purify here. But let's end the fight, do Numbing Aura. Hit for 2, he goes down to Blight. And then I also de-stress off of that.
Pitch of battle.
And then we can end him pretty quickly. Let's do Mad Knight. I like Mad Knight. Probably one of my favorite fights from Ender Lilies. Comet Shards. Not getting enough.
Promises success.
Take the Survival Guide. Can use one of these to get a few more Comet Shards. We're up to 20.
For a task.
Oh yeah, I did actually play Ender Lilies, by the way. There is a playthrough of that up and coming, if it's not already released. I'm not sure what the playthrough of that's gonna look like, or timeline of that's gonna look like quite yet, but it is up and coming. 1 for 2. Yeah, we'll eat that. It's 1 extra damage on the I'm gonna keep that for now, just in case I run into the thing that lets me get rid of Plutomania.
Carelessness will find no
So I'd really like to get rid of Plutomania. This would be more shards. Alright. Ooh, we can do last right. Let's see what's gonna do more first. So this would do 2 to 3. That's not going to do much. Or Mad Knight would do 3 to 5 to him. Or I can do Elder Warrior and... I don't think I've done the Elder Warrior and get the plus stun chance. Sure. I forgot that his last fight was a shout. I'm being totally honest. We're gonna Flame Gout and hit the Crofter in the back. Pierce Earth, pulling Taskmaster, blading him. We are... Yeah, let's do this. Let's Siphon the Blight. I know she does more damage while she's bladed, but that's fine. And then we're going to Purify, healing Xanthina and getting some more stress down. So 9 heal, 7 stress. Lovely. So 2, 3. So what we're going to do, hit the Crofter, blight him, then Mad Knight. I'm not sure how you can miss basically a guy frozen in place, but you know, you do you. Crofter blights out, twisting arrows to Taskmaster, he's down. Our win. Hit a corpse.
Another abomination.
This way I can siphon.
From our lands.
And I'll use that to de-stress. She's also a really good stress healer, as you can see. That's 14 stress essentially down. While I'm waiting for them to die to blight. Alright, so the unfortunate thing here is, like, I can get more shards. What happens if I do anti-venom? That's food, okay. Well, we can use the food, at least. Oh, the fight's not really supposed to happen, but it still does. Like, this is a very rare thing because of essentially spaghetti code. However, if you're getting fights while you are going into them the first time, you need to basically unsubscribe and resubscribe to Farmstead Plus, because that's not supposed to be a thing. And it's essentially an update or something along those lines. Alright, we will Flame Gout one of the vines because the vines suck. Let's Numbing Aura just because we can de-stress the party. That may be a stun, that's a resist. Awesome. Okay. Three and 1. So gotta hit the Taskmaster with her. I was just seeing like what all we could do. Elder Warrior to hit him, then Birdie go. Murder Bird go. Gonna Flame Gout a corpse. Twisting arrows.
Be gone, fiend.
I was hoping to get some stress down again. Can at least grab those Comet Shards, so that's 39 towards
An insidious killer.
what we were hoping to get. I'm gonna get rid of the accuracy stone there because I really don't need it, and we're going to continue on. Curio right here. Once again, not what I need. Not what I need. Unfortunate. I'm still going to check this curio down here. That is complete. So hopefully I get another apprentice down here. Nope. Okay. Well, pop.
A fortune.
That's 42.
Waiting to be spent.
She got dud hitter, Hippocratic on the one that we're not going to be using in the future.
There is a
Week
great
122.
beneath the manor.
I am going to use this time to get some more people, like stress relief, all that jazz. So let me see here. We have the worries here, so we're going to get rid of that. And de-stress Darian here, because he's going to need that. Robin can go for stress as well. I would really like Uriel's unyielding there, because death blow resistance, we all know I needed that at this point. So she has 77 death blow resistance. And while we're at it, we're just going to get rid of Wield Phobe, because that's a good place to bring her. Gonna get Law released here off of Christopher and lock in Unearing, because I do kind of use him for that. And Big B has Infirm, which can be bad. And nothing there to really lock in, but that could come in bad. Nothing here. I don't see any of the stuff for the Matriarch, so we're just going to leave it at that. Oy vey. So unfortunately we can't go back to the Farmstead there, but what I can do is go to the Cove. We're going to do that. Same party makeup, just having a little fun there. I am going to change how she works here, just because we were doing Blight. So instead, I'm going to change how she works a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of a different party makeup with her, or like we're going to change how she works a little bit. I'm going to go over that in just a moment. This time around, we're kind of going for damage with her. We're going to have Venom Eater, so she does plus 100 crit versus Blighted, meaning she will 100% crit if I'm attacking someone that is bladed already, which Lilac can do, and the Estranged can do. This can hit rows 1, 2, and 3. We have Baneful Breath to do an AoE Blight. This is a 3-for-3 Blight. It's all enemies, but also will blight our allies 1-for-3. But we can get around that with Siphon. We have Poison Spike, so we can transfer the blight from her to an enemy, also stunning them. And then once again, we have Siphon taking the blight from other allies to herself, so we can Poison Spike them. It's going to be fun. For our trinkets, we have the Blight Amulet, so it ups the blight amount she does, also her blight resistance, and the Banshee's Hand Axe, so she does plus damage on melee skills, which is Venom Eater and Poison Spike, and plus damage versus Blight did. Let's have some fun. A lot of food, shovels. If I remember right, I need medicinal herbs to interact with things that get rid of my blight, or the negative quirks. We're gonna take torches. Some things in here can bleed me. And beyond that, I really don't care too much about any of the things I'll find. So let's have some fun.
The smell of rotting fish is
Alright, going to the left first. I'll get that on the way back. Torch up in here. De-stress using that. Ooh, the surprise is not great. We're gonna pile bunker, moving back, hitting the throw. There we go. Umbral Knight. Let's hit the Pelagic Grouper. Then move forward by 1.
As the fiend falls.
Oh, the bird still went off. Okay, cool. Just had to attack once. Gonna do Stinger Smack. Going to blight the Sea Slater. Moving back. Everyone's in the right place. Just the way I like it. Little OCD about that.
That cuts on its own.
We are going to Siphon. And Poison Spike the Shaman. Stab that little bugger. Blight. 2 for 3. It's got like effectively 1 health left, so 1 Abyssal Knight is down,
As the enemy
or Umbral Knight, and 1 Mad Knight, and we win the fight.
continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Taking everything, we're gonna try to de-stress using this. And instead we get plus damage and speed until camp. I'm totally fine with that. Because she's going to be a bigger damage dealer this time around.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for.
Alright, we're going up. Oh, and I should have mentioned the town event that got me her for free will not be a thing come actual release. So don't expect that to give you a free Matriarch. I kind of forgot about that one. We're going to hit the Deep Stinger, lighting it. And we're going to Mad Knight the Urchin, and then we're not going to touch it again.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Unless we have to. I guess Birdie got it. Urchin is good food for birds, isn't it? Nice little snack for him. Twisting arrows. Hit Deep Stinger, that way it can't stun us.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Flamed out the grouper. And we're going to Siphon before we Venom Eater. Because that way, Athena just gets rid of her Blight.
These nightmarish
nice.
creatures can be felled. They can be
This can de-stress us, I believe. What a treat. Water. Alright, we're gonna Umbral Knight the one in the back, blading it for a tad, and then we're gonna Mad Knight this Sea Mega, and then we don't have to bother with it. Keep forgetting about the bird. The bird is doing so much. Bird is the worm. Bird is the word. No blight from that though, which is kind of surprising, all things considered. What is the blight chance on that? I do gotta check. Because they only had like a 10% chance. 10% chance to resist. And they all resisted, and a 20 there. What are the frickin' chances, man? Alright. Burn a fishy. And then we're gonna siphon this. And we're gonna try Baneful Breath. That's 1 down. And we're going to Umbral Knight. I know it gets blighted down now, so we're gonna heal herself so that the blight isn't as bad.
the horror.
Where did the blight go? I thought that only stole the blight, not cured the blight. Just hit the corpse. Withering Denial. Just so I don't get the riposte. And down he goes.
This is how a life is.
1 for 2, 1 for 2. We'll eat it. I only got 2 anti-venoms left, so. Taking what we can, leaving the rest. Going up. Ooh, looky, a battle. I do want to get stressed down on Zathena here. Sodden Sharpshooter. We're going to Blight the Thrall, or not Blight the Thrall, Flame Gout it. Then we're going to Umbral Knight the Pelagic Grouper, getting a little bit of a Blight on it. Then we're going to Elder Warrior, hitting these two. Thrall down. Everything should be in range. Okay. I want to do Pierce Earth, but I don't think that's going to do enough, so let's just hit it with Twisting Arrows so it don't bring it forward and it doesn't do Blowdown. Then, we're going to do Baneful breath again. Yeah, that'll help take things down out faster. Really, 20% resistance, and you resisted. That sea Slater, man. I'm not sure how it keeps resisting, like with a 10-20% resist chance, but it be doing that. Alright, so we're gonna Umbral Knight you, getting that little bit of blight off. Then let's heal.
The abyss returns, even.
And they both missed.
Gaze.
Pierce Earth. 6 and 7. So what we're gonna do is we're going to siphon 3 blight there, and then we're gonna poison spike. That sounds like a great idea. And then they both blight out.
A death by inches. Seize this momentum.
I wanted to use the food on the Estranged, that's why I clicked there, and it's like, no, you're gonna move. Alright, we're gonna pop here just for the trinket. Or not the trinket, I'm saying all the wrong words. Just for the curio.
Measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We're gonna move up to this room, then circle around. Hey, look, another torch. Just healing up a little bit because we have a ton of extra food. Alright, so Stinger needs to go because it can stun us. So I'm gonna Mad Knight. Yeah, we're gonna Mad Knight it. 3 blight. It goes down because of Birdie. Is jellyfish good for Birdie? I don't know. Things that make me wonder. Anywho. Tidemaster goes down as well. Gonna burn the Sea Slater. And siphon. Poison Spike Bosun. I resisted the stun. I mean, it does have the 50% stun resistance, but now it does have the 3 blight.
The slow death.
So I know it gets its action this time, but next action it goes down. Just leaving the Sea Slater. Oh yay, Pelagic Plague. Thankfully it's on the one that I don't really care about. And then we'll Mad Knight and Sea Slater down. And I would really like to go for funsies on the Matriarch. Can I please go for funsies on the Matriarch? Yeah, I can go for funsies. We're gonna Venom Eater. Oh, we missed. Wait, it was blighted.
Diminish.
Did I still steal the blight even though... Oh! Okay. Taking Sapphire? There might have been something amiss there. I thought that the Bosun there was going to go down to the blight because he had the, what was it, 3 for 3 blight eat on him, and he had 3 health. And then when I did Venom Eater, I didn't hit him, so I shouldn't have stole the blight, right? But I guess you still do. Interesting. The more you know. Like, I didn't think that would work. We're going to take the money. I'm going to get rid of the bust for the Jade. And we got an Ancient Soul for the White Priestess. Evolves White Priestess's Umbral Pact. That makes the Umbral Knight a little bit better. Didn't intend on doing it. But, the more, use Ancient Souls to upgrade the Umbral Knight. So, just gotta walk a little bit. Heal and de-stress her.
Soothed. Sedated.
Torch up. In we go. Umbral Pact 1. So damage plus 10%, accuracy plus 10%, crit plus 2% for Umbral Knight only. Of course we hit a trap. It's a monster trap. Okay.
Find no clemency in this.
In we go. Alright, Deep Stinger. Blighting this Deep Stinger. It blights out. We're gonna Mad Knight. Got a 2 for 3 blight on it. And Birdie takes them all out. The bird is very, very strong for apprentices. I will admit that. I don't think you're meant to have it for apprentice runs.
As the light gains purchase,
I'm not gonna touch the journal.
lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Trap. We're gonna go with Salamander to de-stress a little bit. I don't plan on really keeping most of these people around, but, just in case things happen.
Another misfortune.
Don't have an anti-venom for that. Continuing on. This will be the last room. I can go to the last room. We're gonna do that. Oh, Benthic Deckhand. I was really hoping to run into the thing that I could get rid of bad quirks. That's why we're kind of continuing here. So I want to see here, because we can do another last rites. We have way more than enough charge. You only need to do 14, which you get 1 charge per attack, I believe. Unless you have a very certain trinket. So Umbral Knight will do 1 to 2. And have armor piercing. And a 1 for 3 blight. And a little more accuracy. Or 3 for 6 with Mad Knight. I haven't buffed it up. And give me 20 dodge. We're gonna do that. 15 crit. And then the bird got 7 hit out of that because I did the last right. Interesting. Flame Goat. We don't have a blight yet. But what I could do is Venom Eater.
A singular strike.
Owie. That looked like it hurt, sir. I don't even have all my actions on him, and he's at 40 out of 100. We're gonna do Stinger Smack, or Stinging Skewer, rather. That's another 9 blight on him. Ooh, he is not looking good. And once again, you can go, Lilac. Blight him up. Light him up. That's 12 and a stun. Birdie go go. Twisting arrows and he's out.
A victory. Perhaps a turning point.
Everything is okay. Everything is. Yes, because we took him out. Alright, don't have anti-venom. Suppose we can take some of this. Don't really think I need any of that anymore.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Fishy. Taking what we can. Using some food. Don't need the shovels anymore. And don't need the stack of food. In we go, last room. Not a battle room, nothing in it. Alright. So,
Despite its
kind of just an episode dedicated to showing off various playstyles of the Matriarch without any of her trinkets, but I really enjoy her. Another 3,000 gold with, 8,000 in treasure and heirlooms I don't really care about. She got Fear of Beasts and Clauter. Hylomania on this Estranged back here. hysterical blindness, infirm on the Salamander, last gasp on Lilac.
In time, you will know the tragic
So,
extent of
once again, there's a lot of stuff I can do. Like working on various heroes. Pernicosis, of course, needs to get some de-stressing. I'm gonna do some magic with the Matriarch behind the scenes. I'm gonna just make her level 6 so I don't have to go through leveling shenanigans with her. And then we'll be back next episode. I'm not gonna do anything with her quirks or anything like that. I'm gonna get those all off, like in footage, things like that. So she's going to be out for a few weeks because I do want Plutomania off, and then we do have to de-stress her, so she's out for like 2 weeks. Sting really wants me to go to the Weald and get some wildlife madness stuff, so we're constantly kind of working with that. So I'm probably going to be going to the Weald next. I know I've been doing a lot of that lately, but that's kind of going to be the plan. Then after that, we go to the ruins, get Nerub, get the wild hunt down. Then after that, going to all of the bosses, because that's kind of the last of the wandering bosses. And then we just knock out all of the ones that we have on the list before the Darkest Dungeons. That's kind of going to be the plan. I know I did throw Pernicosis in stress relief, but just so nothing else gets wonky, I'm not going to throw anyone else in any facilities before I do the save editing for Xanathina to put her at level 6 and go from there, and we'll see what I can do. Oh, here's a trinket for the Matriarch if anyone wants to see it before I go, before we end the episode. So uncommon, so just the green trinket, so she gets plus 10 protection. Her 1 stun move, Poison Spike, which has, at level 1 a 100% stun chance, would get a plus 15% stun chance. She gets plus 30 speed on the first round and minus 30 speed after the first round. So she would go dead last pretty much no matter what after round 1, but she could set up like Baneful Breath or something on turn 1 or the heal here. So depending upon how you wanted to use her, she could set something up really well. So that's a really nice touch there. You can set up whatever you need to and then take the blight, do something, take another blight, do something. I like this trinket. It's really cool. It allows a lot of possibilities. He was a brilliant blacksmith. Is this a reference to how to train your dragon, I wonder? Anyway, so that's going to be my plan. That's what we're going to do next time, is into the Weald, maybe running to the Wildlife Madness, we'll see, and go from there. So that'll be it for this time. As always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time. Please have a good one.